Yes. Hello. Uh, Welcome to this broadcast. It's me. I know. So let's get started. What do you think is trading? And what do you think? How do you think we make this money? You think it's impossible, or do you think it is possible? I know. Most times we get overwhelmed how the world develops so quickly. People make millions every day, whether you are making yours or not. Some people work hard, some others work smart. Understand what I'm saying? Some use hoe to cultivate, they work hard. But there are some guys sitting on top of tractors, just riding along, and the tractor will do the rest. They work smartly. What has been your greatest fear in trading? If you have idea what it means at all. In my case, 2008, I ventured into trading through one Basil. We met at a cyber cafe. Uh, he taught me what he knew. As of today, I can simply say he knew nothing. Anyway, I lost and then I kept it aside. And, somehow it came back to me. I saw this advert on YouTube by one Nigerian that teaches binary trading. I paid him 150,000 for the training. He taught me what he knew. I tried it. It worked for a while, and then before I knew it, I lost 185,000. Apart from the training fee, so I decided to sit back, stay away from that trading again. But then, I don't quit so easily on things, especially when it has cost me pain. How could I just lose almost 400,000? Just like that, and ignore it. I said, no, I wouldn't just ignore it. So I had to dig deeper and deeper. I met a man from the United States, two men actually. One of them taught me the trading, the other one taught me more about the programming. I'm a good programmer myself, but on the aspect of that language, he taught me how to put things together. Now, the system he taught me is very special. Let me just use literal terms here. Our people, some of us, we travel to some countries in order to make a living, because probably the skills we have could not get us job here or could not make us a living here. We go to another country to make a living. Some people from other countries also come to our country. You know what I'm saying? By looking for something. In the first world, the developed countries, they have their ways of trading this market. On our own side, we have our ways of trading the stock market. This might sound strange, but let me tell you, I know what I'm saying. They have their limitation. We have ours. They knew what to do to dig out money from there. To an extent, they can't. They are not allowed to do it because they have the money already. We don't have the money, but we are allowed to use that kind of spade to dig the money out. If and only if you can sit down and learn. When I wrote some things, I said, you can trade market without a loss. It's never a lie. Yesterday, I upgraded one of my robots. I have several versions of these robots I'm talking about. You can see it on the website. I upgraded a version of it with a $3,000 account. I uploaded the robot on a VPS server for 24 hours. $3,000 account turned into $3,600 and something dollars. That's 24 hours trading. $600 is over almost 200,000 naira overnight. 24 hours. You know something, you just activate it and go to bed. Don't go and sleep. When you wake up, you watch your account, you smile. You smile. Before you know it, you'll be able to do things most people never expected of you. Okay, let me tell you something. Market has two ways. It goes either up or down. One thing we know is that the stock market cannot go both ways at the same time. I'm talking about the movement of the market. The movement. It goes up, comes down. The price, this goes up, price comes down. Just like a normal market. When you think, maybe you think that the market is about to go up, not when it's already up. When you think it's about to go up, you buy that time that it is still low, that the price is still low, you buy, so that you sell when it gets there, whatever you think it will get to. You will have to speculate. Okay, from this past movement, I will assume that this thing will go up from this amount to that amount, from this price to that price. The reverse is the case whenever you want to sell. Now, what if we use mathematics? The platform in question is driven by simple math. Pythagoras said that the universe is composed of numbers. That's his own theory. We can control everything because it's numbered. Now, this platform we use in trading is controlled by simple algorithms. These algorithms has patterns. We can manipulate these patterns. It is not illegal. It is allowed. It is. Can you learn? Will you be able to sit down and listen for 1 hour or 2 hours, and you will be making a living, whether you have a job or you don't? If you have a job, you can buy the robot, install it, go and do other things you're doing. Your money will be coming to just channels of income. You don't do one thing for a living. You do this, you do that, money keeps coming left and right. That's the only way you can be comfortable in life. So what if we give you this training? The assurance I'm giving anyone is that if I give you this robot and it didn't meet your expectation within 30 days or 60 days, like you on the website, you will see there are versions. The version you bought, you have expectation for that version. If you wanted to make 40% in a month, and by the end of the month you did not make that 40%, or you wanted to make 200%, by the end of the month you didn't see 200% of the deposit you made, the initial capital, I'll refund you the exact 100% of that money you paid for the robot. That's the guarantee. This is not a joke. If I train you and you can implement what I have given to you, you'll be rich. I'm not saying I'm rich or whatever. Doesn't matter anyway. But you won't lack. Perhaps as you used to. There will be a lot of changes around you. People will notice it. There's something else. Something that happens to traders is emotions. That's why we recommend using robot. So that you don't see your money going down in negative values and coming back up to positive values. You may not be able to control yourself. So, but if you understand the movement of the market, what to do and when to do that, that's what we call confidence. You need the training if you want to be free. I made the training cheap. 150,000, it was too much. 100,000, let's say it's okay. Just to make sure that I give this idea, I give so many people this knowledge in these underdeveloped countries in Africa. Now, there's something that happened to me which I would never allow to happen to any of my students. Due to the amount I paid for the training, my heart was always beating so fast whenever I want to trade because this money is huge. This guy said I can make 30% every day. That's his advert. He says 30% daily. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's possible, but you need to get some advanced experience in order to do that. But then he keeps telling us anybody can do this. No, that's not true. There are some strategies that it's not meant for everybody. What I'm talking about here is simple mathematics. On my own strategies, it's simple mathematics. Does not even include calculus or some other differentiation, bigger or whatever complex maths. Board maths, just addition, subtraction, division. You don't even need multiplication there. Can you add, subtract? These are the three things you need. These are the things you need to execute my strategy. It's very simple. It's very simple. We call it maths because it's maths. Now, this thing that happened to me was that I had this feeling that I need to cover up this money. I'm losing money. I've given this guy 150,000. My account is dimming red. He said you can start with $30. You can start with $20, $50. If you want to make this, if you want to make $10 daily, fund your account with $30. If you want to make $100 daily, fund your account with $300. That's not the question, but how do we make that money? That's the question. How do we do it? We need to get it. It's all about the money. I even flooded my account $100, $200, and all disappeared. Because you just see it in a few minutes, you make like $50. You say, wow, this is cool. You continue. You just see yourself at maybe $80. You say, wow, let me try again. Before you know it, you see yourself at $100. Like, you would have lost like $200. The entire money you made for the day will be gone. It doesn't make sense. Made me so uncomfortable. Made me so uncomfortable. That's not trading for me. That's not business. And I needed something that is not just for me, that I can give to some other persons. Out of 129 persons that this person had trained at the time I joined his group on Telegram, 129 persons, only about 3 persons are saying that they are getting it, they are making money from it. The rest are just there watching others, posting videos, posting, hey, I'm making money, anybody can do this, anybody can do this. You know, those are just something I didn't like. So what I want to remove from my students is the fear. If you become my student, I will teach you, I will guide you when you fund your account with real money until you recover the money you paid me for your training. This is something I will do for all my students. It doesn't end, it's not a promotion, it's not something I'll say, hey, there's promo. I'll teach these people, I will not teach the other. No. It is permanent. Whenever you decide to be a student, you deserve it. I will teach you. I will stay with you until you recover the money you paid me from that trading. By then, I believe you must have seen how the movement of the market works and how to handle it. You must have gained some level of confidence to either carry on with the trading or buy a robot, fix it and go on with other things in your life. So that's one thing I would like to do, or that I would do for my students. So that being said, giving people profit if they give me money to keep for them and give them interest. It's a kind of me borrowing that money from you. We call it, say, invest. You give me money, I need much money than I can get. That's why I'm doing this. If I get into trading with $100,000 in a month and I multiplied it by 5, paying people only 2 portions of it out of the 5, who do you think I am? You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing. So you are kind of lending me that money, so I'll use it to do business and give you back some interest. That's what is going on. It's not a question of scam. Scam. Uh-huh. Uh, well, okay. Scam. Let me tell you something about scam. Some of us are lazy. And let me just say, apart from lazy, some of us are selfish. What do I mean by selfish? You got scammed by Mr. A. You said nothing, kept silent. Gentleman. I got scammed by Mr. B. I kept quiet. Oh, gentleman. Okay. Now, because I had no idea that this Mr. A is a scammer, when I met him too, he scammed me again, just as he scammed you. Because you had no idea that Mr. B is a scammer, you met Mr. B. He scammed you too. That's selfishness. Had it been that when he scammed me, I published it on social media, anywhere possible, he would have desisted from scamming. He would desist from scamming whether he likes it or not. Because he wouldn't even succeed when many people have known his name. Same goes to the other person. So we sometimes are selfish. You get scammed, you turn into a gentleman. Most times anyway, you are not proud of what you did that got you scammed. That's why. Yes, maybe you did some illegal stuff. He scammed you there, then you shut your mouth. Oh, that's your business. But when you did something legal, you got scammed, you don't keep quiet. I know it's very disappointing. The bank don't even help us when we get scammed sometimes. They can't even tell you, go to the law enforcement agent, make your reports, do this and all that. Will you just go and report to the police and they will take their vehicle and follow you? You go with money. What if they scammed you 5,000 naira? Will you go to the police station with 5,000 and tell them to arrest someone and they will do that? So that's, oh, we are still, our country will still come down, we'll still look into that anyway. But I have to tell you, I learned. I took my time to learn this. I cannot tell you, I will not claim, I will not say that I am the best in this business. There are some of them in Nigeria that already exist. I don't know how real they are, whether they are real or not. I know only about myself. But I cannot tell you that I am the best in the business. But I can tell you that whatever you found on this website about this company is just as it is. True. Nothing but the truth. It's just real as it is. Let me give you another advice. A simple advice on trading. Let me give you a simple advice on trading. Most times, we don't ask questions properly before we get into something. If you don't have up to $500, then give it to me. I'll raise the money. When it is up to $500, you can use it to start your trading. Second option, if you don't have up to $500 and you want to be in charge of your trading, then go for micro accounts. That's cents account. There's an account called cents account. If you fund a cents account with $50, you will be seeing 5,000 on the platform. That's 5,000 cents. That 5,000 cents will give you enough margin. It is during training that you will understand thoroughly some terms that I'm using here. That you will have enough margin to trade and possibly never lose. But you will also be earning in cents. You can earn like 100 cents, just like that's $1. Understand? But money is money, provided it's coming. It is money. This robot that I told you made $500 last night was making it from $2, $3, $2. just small savings in cents. Provided it doesn't lose, get the money. That's it. There's another one that takes profit at a very high level. It doesn't make use of $2. It takes profit, but it may not trade for, it may not even open a position for a whole day. You may stay with it for a whole day, it will not open, it will not do anything. Even for 5 days, it will not do anything. But if it opens a position, it opens a position to give you a very mouth-watering profit. So they are somehow interrelated, you know. But then they have different ways of handling the market. You know, they do what I taught them. Some complicating situations are brought together in a machine, a sort of machine. It's a software that does things on its own. That's how we call it robot or automated trading or trader. So if you don't have much money, enough money that can sustain your strategy, why not just go for a smaller account? Use cents account. Find brokers that offers cents accounts. Invest with them. You will have enough margin to trade and succeed. And if you have up to $500, you can succeed almost on every platform. Almost on every platform you get into, you will succeed. You will make that money. $400, about 180, 200,000. Imagine what the robot made overnight. From 1 million anyway. Made about. If he does that for 30 days, but I did it on binary actually. The robot did that on binary, not on Forex. So on Forex, it may not be that much, it may not make that much money. And on binary, it made a lot of money. So multiply that by 30, you have like $15,000 profit, net profit by the end of the month. With $3,000, you make 15,000. That's 500% in a month. Understand? So that's how this thing is not a joke. Understand? So if you have up to $500, you're good to go. You can make use of robots. You can make use of your manual trading. You know, if you have the time to trade manually. If you have the time to trade manually. So that's what I wanted to share with you, to give you the certainty, the assurance that what I have brought is something that can favor almost anyone that patronizes me. Let's look at some of this. I did a lot of work before I get to this robot. Did a lot of research, a lot of things. It doesn't just get that easy. Things don't just get that simple. A lot of people miss business opportunities due to doubt and past experience. If you dwell in your past, you will likely lose so many future business opportunities. Perhaps you were scammed some time ago, and then you said, "Yeah, no." That, yes, like MMM for instance. MMM came, and many people were victims, including myself. And you use that psychology, it affected you that anything done online is a scam. It must have changed you. Yeah, because of the money you had. I don't blame you. But let me tell you that it could deprive you a lot of future business opportunities. And I'm just saying, please, let the past go. Let the past go. That's when you can start moving forward. In fact, it's not moving, it will be flying. You understand me? So let the past go. And to this end, I'll just say, welcome to this company. See you someday. If you would try my training or my robot anyway, you would like to patronize me.